Welcome back to the Soft Living Podcast. Over the last few episodes, we've explored becoming your best self without starting over, living authentically, starting before you feel ready, and the power of complete certainty. And one of the things that continues to inspire me is the opportunity to share these conversations and hear from you, whether it's through the podcast, messages virtually, through my newsletter, or connecting with the Soft Minimal Wellness community has given me a glimpse into what's on your mind and navigating through and what you're striving toward, and I'm grateful for your ongoing support. Lately, those conversations have led me back to this idea. I believe every single one of us has something unique to offer to this world, something that only we can bring forward in our own unique way. One of the greatest gifts of being human is having the opportunity to discover what that is and having the courage to share it. When I think of my own life, one of my greatest fears is not being able to accomplish everything I want to do in this life. And it's not just about goals. Reaching the end of my life knowing there were experiences I never allowed myself to have, things I never learned, places I never explored, or opportunities I never gave myself permission to pursue. Yet so many of us move through life carrying those limitations. They can come from our own upbringing, society, family expectations, other people's opinions, or stories we've been telling ourselves for years. Stories about who we are, what we're capable of, what's realistic for us, and what kind of life we're allowed to have. And over time, those stories begin to shape how we see ourselves. They are formed through the meaning we attach to different experiences. We start to decide what feels possible for us and what doesn't, and without realizing it, we begin to participate in creating those limits without knowing it. It can be convincing ourselves we're not the type of person who takes risks, or that we're not creative or confident enough or capable of building something meaningful. Sometimes our current circumstances even start to feel like evidence of what we can and cannot do. But it's important to know that those aren't fixed truths, they're interpretations. And what can be learned can also be unlearned. The more I reflect on this, the more I realize that many of the limits we live within aren't actually part of who we are. They're shaped by what we've absorbed, accepted, and what we've stopped questioning. This is a good time to reflect on that and look at how much has been inherited, reinforced, or built over time without you consciously choosing it. Because once we recognize that some of those boundaries were constructed, we also realize that they can be challenged, expanded, reshaped, and changed. And that's the beauty of it, is that you can change at any moment. Because of that, we may put ourselves in boxes and limit our ability to fulfill our lives and live to the fullest. What if part of living a meaningful life is allowing ourselves to explore what becomes possible when we stop treating those limits as truth? I keep coming back to how often growth begins with a simple decision to say yes, even if we don't have everything figured out, or maybe we're scared to take the next step or don't know what the next step is. I've definitely experienced that in my life. I've always loved learning, creating, and exploring, but starting this podcast, for example, was a new experience for me, and being able to navigate sharing different perspectives and thinking about whether it would resonate with my audience was something that I thought about, but my desire to share my voice was stronger than my fear. And it's been an amazing creative journey. And over the years, that has looked like creating my journal and moving to a new city, traveling to unfamiliar places, taking new classes and learning new skills, trying new sports, and even expressing my creativity through different forms, such as painting, which is so therapeutic, and creating the Soft Minimal Wellness community and this podcast. It was a new experience for me, but through repetition and learning and knowing that I could learn as I go, created the confidence and opened doors to new opportunities and created connections to people that would support this journey and vice versa. What I've learned is that action creates momentum. The more I started doing the things that mattered to me, the easier it became to keep showing up. What once felt uncomfortable gradually became familiar. Small actions turned into habits. Habits created consistency, and consistency opened doors I could have never predicted. That's why I don't believe confidence comes first. Confidence is often the result of taking action. It's something we build through experience. Every step teaches us something. From there, we learn, grow, meet new people, discover new interests, we gain perspective, and slowly we begin to trust ourselves more deeply. That's why I believe we have far more potential than we often recognize. Not in a way that creates pressure, but in a way that invites possibility. And that's the beautiful thing about life. The possibility to learn beyond what we currently know and to grow beyond who we currently are allows us to contribute in ways that are so meaningful. The beauty of it is that we offer something unique and authentic. There's no one else that's going to be who you are. And so to create something that didn't exist and to share our unique gifts with the world is such a beautiful thing. One of the most beautiful things we can do is live a full life and step into our highest, fullest potential, whatever that looks like for us. I know we have our own definitions of what success and living a fulfilled life and being happy means, and following those nudges, as I had discussed in a previous episode, is essential in this one precious life that we have. Perhaps the most encouraging part of this is that it's never too late. I believe that you always have time and that you always make the time, and it's always the right time to begin something that feels meaningful to you, whether that's starting a project, a business, to learn a skill, or taking a trip, and to begin and take action. Because we only get one life, and while none of us know exactly how much time we have, what we do have is today, this chance to stop talking ourselves out of what we've always wanted to do and wait for that perfect timing, because it never comes. I would love for you to think about what is the one thing that immediately came to mind. Maybe it's something you've been putting off or curious about, or an idea that you want to bring into fruition. It may be pointing you toward the next chapter of growth, learning, and possibility. My hope is that this community continues to be a reminder that more is possible than we often allow ourselves to believe, and a place where we encourage and support one another, because I truly believe every one of us has something meaningful to contribute, and the world becomes richer when we allow ourselves to share it. If today's episode resonated with you, I'd be grateful if you followed the podcast and left a rating or review on Apple or Spotify. It helps more people discover the show and supports the growth of the Soft Minimal Wellness community. For more wellness inspiration, join my newsletter, which is linked in the bio, and for a free reset guide to help you create structure and fulfillment in your life to help you thrive. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you, and I'll be back soon with another episode.